Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
Y'all gonna have to bear with me because this video literally just popped in my head as I was working on another video. But did Olivia never want to date Chris? Okay, I know that that's a loaded question. It seems like Chris and Olivia had really amazing chemistry. It seemed like Chris was very much so into Olivia in season one. But I'm going back and I'm rewatching season one because I'm working on my video where I talk about Olivia's sobriety journey. So stay on the lookout for that. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss when I post that video because I'm doing a deep dive into Olivia's sobriety journey and her struggle with addiction. But I'm doing so from a very empathetic and graceful place. As much as I possibly can, keeping an open mind about everything and really just laying all of what we know out onto the table. So while I am rewatching for my research for my sobriety video, I get to episode 6 and 7 and I'm called to this particular question because after rewatching it, it hits different. And like, just to be clear, so that y'all get the context of how I'm rewatching it, when I'm rewatching it, I'm actually going through and I'm only looking for Olivia. So I'm only watching the scenes that Olivia's in. And if she's not in the scene, I speed past it. So y'all know in season 1, episode 6, Olivia meets Chris at the park where she's volunteering and he comes over, does his little thing, you know, spits his little game, has his little charming moment, and her interest is piqued, right? She's into it, cool, she's laughing, she's flirting back, all of that great stuff. Then we go through the rest of the day and then we get to the point where Chris walks Olivia to her car and that's when he asks for her number and he continues to spit his game and Olivia isn't necessarily all in, but she's definitely interested. Like, this guy seems cool, this guy seems like somebody who she would want to get to know or like at least be able to still communicate with. So she lets him put his number in her phone. And again, remember y'all, when I'm rewatching it, I'm not rewatching the full episode. I'm literally scrubbing through, which is like speeding past any scene that Olivia is not in. After the scene where Chris walks Olivia to the car, gives her his number, I speed to the end of the episode where we see Olivia again and she shows up at the coffee shop. Who's at the coffee shop? Spencer now works at the coffee shop. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's hit completely different when you don't have all the other stuff in the way. So the way the episodes are structured, we jump in and out of different people's storylines, and I think sometimes that could be distracting if we're not paying attention to one specific person and focus on one specific person. And I don't know about y'all, you can go back and rewatch, but it hit different for me seeing the scene where she's at the car with Chris and then seeing the next scene be her show up at the coffee shop. My instant thought was, why is she at this coffee shop? And y'all can tell me in the comment section down below, why do you think that she showed up at the coffee shop? Because child, I got some thoughts which is tied to the title of this video. Okay, so I think that she shows up at the coffee shop because she does like Chris. She does have like a little interest. Chris is cute, he's cool, he's charming, all that jazz. But Olivia, at this point, we're 6 episodes into season 1, we already know that she has feelings for Spencer. She already knows that she has feelings for Spencer. So she goes to the coffee shop, I think, to tell him. What? Like, mind blown. I literally had a question of like, yo, how did Olivia even end up here to be able to see that? But I was always so focused on, damn, she saw Layla kiss Spencer and that whole thing. I never really stopped to think of why she actually was there. And that brings me to the title of this video, because I think that she was there because she did start to feel some things for Chris. She did start to potentially see a potential in reference to interest in Chris, and that scared her. And she's like, no, Spencer's my man. Not really, but she's thinking in her head like, I really want to be with Spencer, so why would I even entertain this guy? Which is why she probably was also so bashful and so like, she wasn't really standoffish with Chris, but she was definitely very reserved, and that makes sense. So she goes to the coffee shop after getting a potential inkling of other feelings with somebody else so that she can deal with the current feelings that she has, and then Spencer is at the coffee shop and he kisses Layla and then she sees it. So that led me to the thought, y'all, that Olivia never really wanted to date Chris. I feel like after rewatching this episode in the way that I did, and again, just watching these scenes back to back, I feel like she didn't want to date Chris. I feel like she was hurt after seeing Layla and Spencer kiss, but she also knew, like, she actually made a comment to Layla a couple episodes before this. Layla says, I know that you like Spencer. I see the way that you look at him. And then Olivia says, yeah, the same way that he looks at you. So Olivia knew that he had a little something there for Layla, but she still had her feelings. And I really think that Chris wound up being a bigger rebound than I thought. Like, I kind of had an inkling that Chris was a rebound, but I was like, no, he's also a great guy. They really connected on some genuine stuff. Like, maybe she really was interested in him. No, he was a knee-jerk reaction, because we turn around and go into episode 7 when they're going to homecoming, and she invites him to homecoming, and that is her way of being able to deal with the rejection of seeing Spencer and Layla kiss in that moment, not being able to express her feelings, not being able to even just get it out. Even if he doesn't reciprocate it, she wasn't even able to get it out, and she needs to do something with it. She's feeling bad, or she's feeling sad. She really probably wanted that. And this is a guy who is interested in her. This is a guy that she doesn't have to chase. This is a guy that, you know, is right there for the taking. So why not take it? Dang. This really changed how I look back at Olivia and Chris's relationship, because I really thought that they had something super solid that I was like really rooting for. But no, she was just trying to distract herself from Spencer all along. All right, so I'm going to cut the video here because I didn't want the video to get too long, but this also parlays into another follow-up that I think I'm going to do, because I do feel like Asher was a distraction piece. I didn't feel like she was ever really into Asher, and that's a conversation that we need to have as well, because, child, I don't even understand how after he did all that he did at that homecoming, how did it even happen? And we can definitely talk about her friends more in my next video, but let me know in your comment section down below. Do you think that Olivia never really wanted to date Chris? Do you think that she wasn't interested in him, but she went ahead and went there because Spencer chose Layla in that moment? Let me know all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. I'm your girl, Erica Vane, and I'm back, y'all, posting new All-American videos every day, sometimes twice a day. And you should really join the tribe by hitting subscribe. It is new and improved. I am feeling great. I am feeling focused, positive, and I have so many amazing things that I have already been working on behind the scenes that I cannot wait to give you guys. Like, we have new merch coming. I cannot wait for y'all to really see all of this. There's a little preview right here. We have a Discord that we just started that we are going to be fully launching soon, so that we can send voice and text messages to each other anytime and really connect with one another in a super safe space. I'm working on a Facebook community as well as building out other things for y'all. So again, be sure to subscribe. You do not want to miss any of my new updates that are coming. I am going live after episode 12 on Monday. That video is currently on the channel, so you can set a reminder so that you do not miss it, and you can actually get on live and chat with me, honey. There's so much going on around here. I'm so very excited. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of my All-American videos, you know you can check them out in this playlist link right here. And if you're still looking for something new to watch, something else to spice it up, change it up, I got 2 suggestions for you right here. I'll see you in my next video. I love y'all so very much. Be safe. Bye.